Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't use those choice of words to describe me primarily, but I mean, I guess other people describe you better than you describe yourself. So I don't know if Kyle's words are the best. Maybe you could ask someone else, and hopefully you'll ask someone else. But I guess we'll have to go with that for now.
Well, we asked Stribling afterwards, and he didn't seem surprised by the description at all.
He told me about it afterwards, and he acted a little bit surprised, but I mean, he could just be trying to protect my feelings a little bit. I don't know.
We asked your brother, or we asked Jim Harbaugh about how you compared to your brothers in terms of temperament, and he said you guys are brothers. So how would you kind of describe your temperament compared to your brothers?
I mean, it's a lot different. Growing up, I know a lot of people on the team say that, you know, we don't seem like brothers at all, and we don't look like brothers at all. So, I mean, they've made jokes about me being adopted, and I could believe it, but for some reason I don't. So.
Describe the atmosphere of your house, what your folks are like, what the atmosphere is like.
You know, it's pretty calm actually, especially when my brothers aren't there, if one of us is there. My grandma lives with us and she's a little bit excitable, but other than that, I mean, we're just a normal family, I would have to say. Like, brothers fight a little bit, get in some arguments, but other than that, I would have to say that it's pretty calm.
What's your dad do, and talk about something that he did that had an impact on you.
My dad's profession is an orthopedic surgeon, and what he did that has an impact on me, I would have to say that it's his knowledge of, you know, football. He played football in college, and, you know, he just knows how the game is played, and he knows, you know, how we feel after a game, bad play, a bad practice. So based off of, you know, his knowledge, what he tells us, you know, how he treats us, I would have to say that really helps us grow as individuals and as we grew up. So.
Did your brothers beat the crap out of you when you were growing up? Or?
I mean, I remember a lot of that, but they say that they didn't really do that, but, you know, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Ryan told us a story about bike and how you knocked his tooth. Can you tell us your side of that?
I don't really remember it that well. I was pretty young, but I do remember him flipping over, I think, my tricycle and him landing on his face. So he'll probably give you a lot better detail as to that was probably a very traumatic experience for a young kid. But, you know, what I remember about it is a lot of blood and a very angry brother. So.
What kind of advice did they have for you when you were deciding to come here and walk on, and what that experience would be like?
You know, they told me it'd be hard, but, you know, that's one of the things that's appealing about coming here. You know, tough academics, tough athletics, and, you know, obviously being a preferred walk-on or a walk-on in general at this kind of a school where, you know, number 1, number 2 players in the country come here to play. It's obviously very difficult to get noticed and to get on the field, but, you know, that's one of the exciting things about coming here.
Special Teams Player of the Week, I think, for Rutgers. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many helmet stickers do you get for that?
I'm not sure. I'm just glad that I was able to do well enough to get that, but, you know, I don't know, maybe 2? I don't know.
You mentioned coming here and walking on. Is that kind of like part of your guys' upbringing? It seems like Ryan, and Graham always talk about, proving themselves and stuff like that. Is that kind of just the way that you guys were brought up?
You know, like a lot of people that come here, we were like some of the best players in our high school, some of the best players in our conference, but not necessarily needing to prove ourselves, but just, having that hard-nosed mentality, that hard-working kind of idea that, whatever we do, we're going to have to work for. And, I mean, obviously that's evident, and that's really shown through my brothers, and I hope to show that, maybe, get on the field more, maybe earn a scholarship, but, all that takes hard work and dedication to the game and to, schoolwork, so I just hope to prove myself through those things.
Is there a sense of satisfaction, though? I mean, you're hanging with one of the top programs in the country every day, in practice.
I mean, when you look back at it, when people look at you, I think that they can kind of say, well, I mean, obviously there has to be some sort of satisfaction. You know, you get on the field, you're able to play for such a big program, but you know, when you're here, I mean, what you get isn't enough. At least that's how I feel. You know, if I'm not on defense or if I'm not on another special team, then that I want to be on, then you know I'm not satisfied. So I'm just going to try and keep playing as well as I can to try and become as influential to the team as I can.
Had to be pretty proud of Graham on Sunday. Did you watch him? Mm-hmm. Did you go down there at all and watch him play?
We had practice.
Okay.
You know, at the tail end of their game, so we weren't able to go. But you know, I don't necessarily keep super close tabs on him, but you know, him being a lineman, you'd have to ask my brother about that because he knows a lot more about that kind of play than me. But you know, I'm obviously proud of my brother for you know coming where he came from and being where he is, and you know, even if he wasn't able to get there, you know, I'd still be proud of him because of what he's accomplished so far.
What's the difference in brother teammate dynamic and teammate dynamic?
I think that, you know, I could go to my brother with a lot more of the, you know, internal difficulties that I'm having through practice or through school. But, you know, I've heard through people that have transferred here, like Hirsch, he came from, you know, he worked on Wall Street and came here, and he went to Harvard, and he said that the dynamic here is a lot more close than when he was at Harvard, which, you know, I was completely surprised about because, I mean, the kind of people that go to Harvard you'd expect we're all the same, and, you know, our team is so diverse and where people come from and the socioeconomic kind of areas and demographics, but I feel that Harbaugh and, you know, the seniors that are here just create a bond between everyone, and it really shows through how we play and how we treat each other.
One more for Jordan, please.
Did they typically gang up on you though when you were a kid, the two of them?
I mean,
Like most younger, did you endure?
I endured some physical, some mental, and, you know, what they would always say, you know, before I came to college is it made me stronger. And
So you owe them.
maybe that's an excuse that they made for doing it, but, you know, I genuinely believe that it made me stronger, and it not necessarily allowed me, but it aided me in becoming the person I am now, so.
That was very convincing.
Yeah, that's good. Good work.
My brother's
All right,
the same
thank you.
thing. I was like,